We're back. Hey, everybody. Mike Steele here with BBQ Champs Academy. Good to be with you guys tonight. We got a couple of our usuals in the house, Mr. Aaron Lesley, Texas Oil Dust. And we also got Mr. Lee Hickel, Red Mules Barbecue. How you gentlemen doing tonight?
Well, I'm great.
Y'all doing?
Yeah, it's a good Tuesday. It's
It is.
good Tuesday.
I was giving
It
my
is.
elder time to speak up first,
There you go. I love it. Yeah, it's we've been away the last couple of weeks. One weekend I was sick, and I forgot what happened to the other weekend. So still got this crud. I've had this crap now for 2 weeks, and I'm just tired of just running nose and going to the doctor tomorrow to go get some antibiotics. Hope we get this stuff cleared out. But hey, we're here, so we appreciate everybody being here. Already got 10 folks coming on. They're steadily getting here. We got a great guest tonight, Mr. Josh Michelli is with us with Italians Do It Better, cook out of South Louisiana. He's been doing quite a bit of traveling this year. It kind of reminds me of Aaron Lesley running all over the dang country. So anyway, we figured it'd be a good idea to get him on, kind of hear what he's got rolling, and it's pretty cool to see him cooking in so many states, and he's had a pretty deadgum good year. So got a few folks coming on. Mr. Allen, glad to have you with us. And yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys. And we're gonna have to probably take a poll here. I don't know how many people is going to be available for next Tuesday. It's Christmas Eve. I'm thinking it's probably going to be best just to maybe let it pass, but we'll kind of see what our viewers want. I might be able to come wheel it in here and see. So, Mr. Mark, we appreciate you being here tonight. And Mr.
That's a sexy guy in the middle,
sexy
right
guy,
there.
man.
Sexy.
Yeah. There you go. He's got his eye on you, Aaron.
Man,
better look out, buddy.
It's the drunken squirrel, man.
It's the drunken squirrel. That's it. So, Slade, thank you for joining us, brother. Mr. John, we appreciate you being here as well. I don't know how y'all's weather is up in Wisconsin, but it's been nice. I mean, short sleeve shirts today got up to 77 degrees, and here we are in the middle of December. Just, welcome to Louisiana. Tomorrow, cold front's coming in. It's going to be raining and cold as all get out. So,
Aaron has a hoodie. I'm wearing shorts and t-shirt also. So big.
Yeah, it's nice. It's in the middle, about middle 50s right now. Maybe just a little bit lower than that. So
yeah,
it don't take long. And just comfortable enough not to have to turn the heater on.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, look at this show off. Look at Chris Beggs over here.
Yeah, Honduras. Yeah. Wow.
Honduras.
Man.
Nice. Welcome.
Dang, Chris. Spread the love over there. Go start posting BBQ Champ Academy everywhere for us. So, Mr. AJ, what's up? So our newest board member. Congratulations, AJ. Yep. You've done you think you're going to do a great job on the board of directors for Outlaw. They had their annual, well, I don't know if it's annual, but they had their meeting to
their elections.
Get it right. They had their elections this past weekend. So he ended up getting on the board of directors. And I think he's going to probably fill one of the vacant spots by Tim-ish. So we appreciate you stepping up to the game, AJ. I know you will do well. Also, congratulations to Brian Parker. He's going to be the new vice president of Outlaw Barbecue. We still got Justin, who's done an amazing job. I tell you what, I didn't get a chance to come on last week. I was really not feeling well and stuff. And, man, they had an amazing cook-off, that Outlaw Bounty Hunt over in Denton, Texas. I think it ended up 73 teams there, a little over $32,000 in payout. And it was fun. It was a stacked field. Mr. Aaron was there, and Kit, and good gosh, you name it, and a ton of them was there. So, wow. But
it was fun.
It was fun. It really was. Jim Paddocks did an amazing job, rolled the carpet out for all the cooks.
As always.
Cooked up some great chili. We had some snacks and stuff like that, and some brownies and cupcakes. And so it was just a lot of fun. And I walked away with a little hardware. Had a 15th place chicken to kick the event off right off the get-go. I think we had a 7th place brisket and finished 12th overall. So I'll take that with that kind of company. So it was a lot of fun. So, Mr. Dirk, glad to have you here. So I know if you followed us here a couple of weeks ago, we had Dirk and Jody on. They are the founders of the Rib Cook-Off Association. They've got their big year-end blowout, I guess you could say. It's up in Oklahoma. What city was it in?
It's Fire Lake, isn't it?
I think so. Dirk, tell us what city was it in. I can't remember. No, it was supposed to be a really nice facility and a big payout. They're supposed to have quite a few cooks. So glad to have you here. And Dirk and Jody, congratulations on your first year. It's a pretty phenomenal year for you guys. So y'all are growing at leaps and bounds. Mr. Lindsay, appreciate you being here.
Oh, that's
I'm
that
actually
boy named Sue. That's not
that's
Lee.
it.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
Sue
it.
right there.
I'm actually smoking ribs for them tonight. All right, that's
Nice.
good. So
Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Michael's with us. Let's see. James Crew, hey guys, I'm needing directions. I took a wrong turn. Is this
Is
the
it?
vegan meetup? No. That was good. Oh, goodness gracious. Matt, appreciate you being here. Mr. Samuel. Okay, it is in Shawnee. It's in Shawnee. So, Lee, let's see what we got. Mr. Steve,
That's how I
Lee,
like it.
is kind of blurry. Yeah,
The
it's good.
FBI can't pinpoint me.
Yeah, that's
I'm the
right.
one flying the drones in New Jersey.
In New
so we're
Jersey.
out.
Yeah, all right. So we're gonna have a bet here pretty soon. Like, when do you think the good old boys from New Jersey? And I'm sure there's got to be a few of them up there going to start shooting them birds out of the sky.
Well, they've
I'm
already
waiting on
tried.
that. Yeah, I'm waiting any minute for that to happen. So. Anyway, well, let's thank our sponsors real quick. We couldn't do what we do without these guys. I really appreciate all of their support over the years. The barbecue store, Mr. Dustin, he's done such an amazing job to really cater to the cooks. Not only does he have all the rub, sauce, injection accessories, now he's selling, good meats and stuff like that. And so we really do appreciate him. Yep, there it is, the barbecue store. Gunnar Wilhelm Knives, Mr. David. Appreciate all his support over the years. Miss Gail with Daigle's Barbecue Rubs and Sauces. And also Raider Red Meats. They have really helped a lot of people out this year trying to get them Prairie Fresh products. And we appreciate all their support. So if you're looking for something, go check them out. Well, I tell you what, let's bring in the man of the hour. This guy, I tell you what, this is his second full year of cooking, which is pretty good to jump out and do what he has done. And his name is Mr. Josh Michelli. Italians do it better. I got a feeling he must be an Italian with a name like Michelli. Hey, brother, how you doing?
A hat like that.
Doing well.
Like
Doing
that.
well.
That's good. That's good. Man, Josh, I'm telling you, brother, you second year of cooking, you kind of took things serious. I know you've got several classes on Barbecue Champs. I think you've kind of figured out some recipes and putting things together. And that's tough to get out there and go do. In your second year, how many states did you end up going to? Tell us a little bit about what you did this year.
Yeah, we wind up cooking 32 total contests. Last year, I think we cooked 14 in our first year.
Wow.
We only cooked in a BCA last year.
Okay.
And we've cooked in this year CBA, IBCA, BCA, FBA.
KCBS.
I think that was about
KCBS.
KCBS.
And Memphis in May.
Memphis in May.
Wow.
So yeah, we stepped it up. You could take the classes, but that doesn't really transfer unless you're out there cooking.
Yep.
And that's kind of what our goal was this year, is just to cook.
Yep.
See what recipe we played around with a lot of different recipes. To kind of find out, what we like, what we think the judges like, and what we could be consistent with as far as getting the products. Believe it or not, there's some products it's hard to get and they're not readily available. So I think now we have we've got I call it packages, and 2 injection packages, 2 rub packages, 2 sauce packages for every protein.
Right.
So, we'll do little bitty tweaks, but we're looking forward to this upcoming year.
Yeah, yeah. How many states did you cook in? Was it 5 or 6?
We cooked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states.
Okay.
Wow. We've got a first place brisket in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Florida this year.
Wow.
Which is odd because I consider myself a rib man.
Right.
But brisket is kind of becoming, my thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. So Florida, I'm assuming that was an FBA that you did?
FBA, correct.
Okay. I haven't I don't know if I've had anybody from Florida. If I did, it's been a long time. Tell us a little bit about the FBA. I know it's the Florida Barbecue Association. Isn't that correct?
Yep, Florida. It's pretty close. I would say it's pretty close to CBA. Hour between turn-ins.
Okay.
You could do chicken pieces, just enough to feed 6 judges.
Okay.
No music, of course, but we did well. We walked in 3 out of 4 meets.
Wow, your first time down there. Dang,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Tillman's was down there. They won Grand Champ. You know, they came in with a tour bus.
Wow.
So, a tour bus hauling a porch trailer. So,
wow.
Yeah. But it was right on the water, and, you know, there was a bar grill within walking distance. So we had a great time, and we'll go back next year.
Okay. Any garnish in their boxes, or is it just full?
No garnish.
Just full. Okay. What about pieces? Can you do a chicken half, or does it have to be individually pieces?
Yeah, I don't think you could do. You know, you have to forgive me. It all kind of blurs when you're cooking so much, but I don't think you could cook a chicken half. I think you could cook chicken pieces, wings, legs, thighs.
Okay, just a mix, hodgepodge or whatever.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, they're probably kind of keeping some of those rules down the lines of like KCBS and stuff. So,
right.
So do you think an
there's
FDA
not many contests in I would call the Panhandle? You know, that's kind of, you know, 5 hours is where we like to draw the line, but sometimes we go further. And we were right outside of like Pensacola, so it was a great contest.
Yeah.
Like doing FBA, did you have to make a really full box, or just kind of put enough for 6 judges?
Enough for 6, but even though anyone who says that, you know, I try and put more meat in there, obviously, keep it warm, and just, I think it's a better appearance, to be honest.
Right.
Of course, chicken, you know, it's a little tough. 6 is pretty much a full box.
Right. Okay, James says it's your choice of portions, so you can do mixture, a hodgepodge of legs, thighs, wings, whatever. Okay.
Right.
What did you end up cooking down there?
What do we cook down there?
Was it thighs or wings?
Yeah, it had to be thighs.
You did thighs. Okay.
Yeah. We started off earlier on legs, but then we kind of switched to thighs. But legs are probably my favorite. A lot less work.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did.
Hey Jay, he's right.
Yeah, Aaron wouldn't make it anywhere if he drew
the contest at 5 hours.
Well, I draw the line at 5, but we wind up going further. But
that's my first contest is 5 hours.
Yeah. He has to drive a long ways. He doesn't run out of brown water by the time he gets through. he ain't even halfway there, and he's making a pit stop for more brown water. So
another handle, man.
Yeah, that's
it.
funny.
Backyard.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Wow. So what was this is interesting because I've never cooked in Florida. Have any of you guys, Lee? Have you ever cooked Florida? You did one time, didn't you?
Oh, I've done a lot of Florida. I love cooking Florida. Oh yeah, Florida loves me, and I love Florida. I like Georgia. I like South Carolina. My profile seems to do pretty good down there, so I love everything about. Matter of fact, when I cooked beside Myra Mixon at Bonifay, Florida, he said that I was cooking my pork butt and my brisket chicken ribs too early. That's not how you do it. Down here in Florida and Georgia, well, he had a 21st pork butt at a 18th. He had a second rib at a first rib. He said, "Never mind, you keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about what I told you you're doing wrong." I'm doing anything wrong.
That's funny.
I felt pretty good beating the Pork King, you know. So
yeah, absolutely. So what did you do on your flavor profiles? Did you kind of run what you run everywhere else, or did you tweak it a little bit?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I run what I run. I mix it up a little bit. I use Texas Oil Dust on quite a few products.
There you go.
I use Lee Hickel's chicken injection, which I tweak it a little bit.
Okay. There you go.
Everything, is from the classes.
Okay.
Like I said, I can't say enough how the classes helped me personally.
Okay.
I enjoy them. I like to learn. I like to get little, those little tips that they throw in those classes.
Nuggets.
Little nuggets. Yeah.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I wouldn't even attempt it to cook 32 contests without having those classes, to feel confident enough to not throw my money in the garbage. We walked in out of the, we personally cooked 30. We walked in 26 of those contests throughout all the states. So,
man,
and that's playing around with recipes, to be honest.
Right.
Playing around with smokers.
Okay.
we settle in on smokers, we settle in on recipes, and we're ready to we're ready for next year.
Man, that is awesome. Golly, 26
Are you a pellet cooker, trash can cooker, offset? What do you cook with?
I like the drums. I'm currently on some Hasty Bake Roughnecks, which I love. But other than that, I love a Gateway. I've cooked on Race Crew. I've cooked on Hunsakers. But as far as a traditional drum, I like a Gateway.
Okay.
When I do my chicken on PK, I'm sticking with it this whole year.
Okay.
I've probably cooked chicken this year on 7 different cookers.
Is it me who's freezing, or is everybody freezing?
It must be you, Lee. We're good.
Okay.
You're good.
You are clear.
Yeah, you are clear, and you're not froze up. So, okay, so you're cooking your chicken on a PK then. So
correct.
Okay.
Like
so
I said, I played around with a lot of different cookers, and talking with some of the guys in the BCA, you got to settle in. You got to, mainly Jason White. Hey, you got to settle in with these smokers and just cook like you cook your recipes, so that's what we're going to do. And 2 chickens on PK grills, 2 4th place chickens. Last weekend we did, we 4th place out of 100 teams. So
wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you've noticed that transition on a grill as well as a drum or whatever for chicken, because a couple of years ago, chicken was just kicking ass on a drum, and now it's swapped over to more of a grill style.
Right. And I'm not saying it's really the PK versus the drum, but for me, it's a little more consistent. I use the same amount of charcoal, wait times, grill, flipping my chicken. It's a little more consistent. So I'm not saying it's really a PK versus a drum, but for me, that's what, and it's a small footprint. So I'm in a van.
Right.
So it's a lot easier to put that PK versus a 3rd drum.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's interesting. That really is. So, and you're cooking on a PK grill using grill grates?
Using grill grates with, a drum, it can be done. But man, it's a lot of work,
It's not. It ain't a lot of work. I do it every weekend.
Yeah, just follow. Take the class. Aaron will show you how to burn.
Just take class. I got one drum out there
I've seen that drum in person. I've seen that drum in person. And it looks exactly like it does.
Yeah,
run those grill grates at 650 degrees. There ain't no problem.
That's right, man. He may not have no paint, no powder coat, no primer on that drum, but by gosh, he can do it. So, oh gosh, Bobby Stewart, what model PK are you rolling with?
It's not the original. It's the but it's it's the.
Is it the small PK Go?
No, it's not the PK Go. It's the newer original. I'm not quite sure what you want to call it. It's the black.
The black one. Okay.
Yeah, the black one.
Come on.
360. They got a 360. That's one of the newer ones.
Yeah, not a 360. So it's the footprint. It looks exactly like the original.
Okay.
Except the vents are a little different. That's really the only thing I can tell. The vents are a little different, and it's
black. Do you run lump, B&B, roll oak? What are you running that thing?
Well, I've switched to B&B. Like I said, I'm trying to just stay. Before last time I was on, whatever is on sale is what I'm getting.
Right.
But I've settled into B&B. I run charcoal and everything.
Okay.
I don't want my drums or my roughnecks to get out of control. Right. And I feel with charcoal, it's a little more
consistent,
lower temps, and to me, it's easier to control.
Okay.
Yep. So you're going the orange bag.
That's right. I love the orange bag. Oak and hickory mix.
Okay.
There is an orange bag with just oak, I think. And then there's at Walmart is where I find mine. I bought like 20 bags.
Nice.
It was on sale.
Okay.
But I'm sticking with B&B.
Yeah. Okay.
Smart choice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay consistent with everything I do, from the process to, my rubs, my sauces, my charcoal, my grills. This year we played around so much. we could have won a grand championship somewhere, and I couldn't have told you what recipe I ran.
I got you.
That's how much I was changing it up.
Right. Keeping good notes at this point, moving
right.
forward.
So now we have the packages, and we make notes. Injection package 1, rub 2,
right.
Wrap 3, or not 3, but 1.
Right. So you
and then we'll just tweak from there.
Okay.
When do you go grocery shopping for a Friday get to a cook-off?
It's an all-week process.
Okay.
I work from home. I work in front of a computer. It's very dangerous. I order. I start ordering on Monday.
Yeah. Click.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's it. Do y'all have a recommendation for grill grates? Grill grate. That's my recommendation. Yeah, I think it's about the only one that's out there, Slade. But Grill Grate makes awesome grill grates. So
yeah, they make one just for the PK.
Yeah,
that's what I use. It takes up the full grill grate.
Yeah, Bobby put on their new age PK. So that's the newer one. It's the more slicker looking one. And I think it's kind of like a black powder coat or something. It's a sharp looking grill. So
Josh, are you looking for the Imperials? You're looking for the golds, the blacks? Heartlands, anything in particular?
Well, it's tough. When you don't have sponsors, you cook in 30 contests. It gets very expensive. So we do play around with brisket types. I don't want to pigeonhole myself so much. Unless I get some kind of sponsor or discount.
Right.
I go for Imperials for Mr. Brisket. I love them. I've done blacks and golds. We've done a couple 8-9s, which it's hard to do those unless you pick them up there.
Right.
So
you've kind of done a little.
But Snake River Farms, they kind of stand behind they stand behind their product more than any other company that I've dealt with.
Right.
Yeah.
So I really like that about them.
Yeah.
And then you could get good discounts. Their shippings, you could get free shipping. So I try and look for those discounts, and I'll buy 5 at a time.
There you go. Go. Aaron's got a pretty good brisket out there. I've never cooked one, but I've tasted them, and they're good.
I would love to get one from Midland Meat.
They're good. The only thing you're going to come across is like Snake. They're those guys are killing 400 to 600 head a day. And it's part of a ranching community, right? So they have like a co-op. Does that make sense, right? So you get your blacks and your golds, and those guys have. They're probably hitting 400 to 600, head a day just sending this meat out. And Ella can probably tell you what the actual number is, and where John is hand, he's raising his by hand, right? So it's him and his cowboys and his ranch and his efforts, and so you're going to have 20 or 30 head come in a week versus 300 or 400 a day. So you're going to have a whole lot more bigger briskets to pick from if that's where you're going at, and if you're looking for a certain type, certain weight, that's always going to be your best bet. But John is the only man in the United States that I know of that if you win a first place brisket, you get a free brisket.
Wow.
So, I mean,
wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, first place brisket, I'm just saying he's the only one that does that. Never met a man and never seen an advertisement. You can get discounts all day long, but if you're on a biscuit run and you're using them, you buy his brisket. They know you bought his brisket. They have track of who's running their stuff because they ship it, right? Or they ship it or send it or get it bought, but you cook a Midland Meat Company brisket, you hit first place with it, and you can prove it, and they have your names and stuff like that. They'll give you a free brisket.
That's pretty good, Josh. You had 3 of them this year. I've been 3 free briskets, so
I got more than 3, boss.
Oh, did you? Dang.
5.
Okay, 5. How many do you have? 5 first.
Probably I haven't counted, but 4 states, and I'm sure we had more. More than 1 in each state.
Okay,
I think John.
And I have nothing against a prime. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against a prime. They just opened up a Costco in Covington. So before that, I just went to Sam's. But I like that because you get to pick, unlike ordering online. Right. You get what you get.
Yeah.
When you go there, you could aggravate the meat manager, bring out all the briskets.
Right.
And kind of hand pick what you like.
Right.
Yep.
Does Midland offer any kind of shipping discounts, Aaron?
I don't know about a discount for shipping. I know it just says it offer free shipping. No, they don't do free shipping. It's gonna go FedEx overnight, or it's gonna go Southwest to any airport that you're near. You can go pick it up and have it there in 5 hours.
Wow.
So, or whatever the flight time is, right? Depends on what they're doing, but no, it's just going to be a standard. You're going to pay your shipping fee.
Do you have an idea of just the rough? And I know the states are all over everywhere, but just say something like from Texas to Louisiana. What's the average cost? Do you have any idea?
It's by the pound. They charge by the pound when it goes up. It's like luggage, so it's charged by the pound. So, I didn't ship it, but I know I shipped a box of. For Houston Rodeo 2 years ago, I shipped. It cost me $90. I had two. I had two 24-pounders and four ribeyes, 4.5-inch ribeyes, and I think I paid $90 to have it flown by Southwest and picked it up at the dock, at the loading dock.
Wow, that's cheap.
So man, that was the Houston. That's what it cost me, and so I don't know if that's what that is today, but I'm just kind of giving you a ballpark of what I have paid before.
Wow, that's a pretty good deal.
A lot of times you'll get a discount. So say if shipping is $30 on one, it'll be $50 on two.
Right.
And so on and so on.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. Okay. So do you do all of your stuff on drums, or do you ever switch it to a pellet cooker once you wrap?
Well, I was cooking on a pellet cooker, Camp Chef. Loved it. For right now, for me, it's more just the footprint in my van and the space. But like ribs, I nothing against cooking the whole way on a pellet smoker.
Right. How many drums you carry then? You got 3 drums?
So no, 2 drums and a PK now.
And a PK. Okay. So
now if I do like a KCBS, where I'm not going to cook a whole chicken, I'll swap out that PK for like a bullseye or maybe like a 30-gallon drum I have.
Okay.
All based off footprint. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my Rec Tech 3.4, my tailgater, the original tailgater. I love that little thing because it holds a sheet pan, it holds 2 racks of ribs really good. It holds a pan in there. You fold the size down, but it's perfect for just 2 racks of ribs. And it just slides in the trailer, folds down, slides in there, and it's a perfect. My foot brake, it tucks under the cabinet. I don't have to worry about that. So that's what I cook my ribs on. But I fried it 2 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago, and so now I got to do something. I've been on a big 700, but.
There you go.
But yeah, everything's got a footprint, like you're saying. Everything's got a size.
Right. Yeah. Color to me is a little bit more consistent on a pellet smoker, where when you're cooking on a drum, you flip in, you turn in, you really got to keep an eye on it, or it could get away from you.
Okay. Yep. All right. So on ribs, are you cooking directly over coals, or you got a little water pan underneath them?
No, I'll do a deflector.
Okay.
Just because they'll color up so fast if I don't run a water pan or a deflector, they'll just color up faster than I want.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Don't have a chance to render the fat down. What about brisket? Do you do it the same?
No. Just wide open.
Wide open.
Learned that from the man there's class. I crank it up to 400. I follow his steps for brisket.
Let her rip.
Let her rip for the first hour. And no deflector, no.
What's stopping you at 400? I'm just curious.
Hey, Aaron.
I don't want my rough set to look like your.
Yes, that's it. Some people like to have paint on their drums, Aaron. So that's why.
Paint's for bougie. It's a metal can underneath it. Just go. Let's go natural. Right.
So I guess what you should do if you're Aaron, you get that brand new pretty drum in, just get that thing lit up, get it at 650 degrees, burn everything off of it, and then at that point, it really doesn't matter what it looks like no more. Nope. It's just cook.
It's like when you get a new truck, go find a spot and just go and scratch it because it's going to get scratched anyway. It's going to break your heart, but just go ahead and do it because it's over with.
I've got a buddy of mine I used to drag race with. He was my partner. And he owns a construction company, a big, massive construction company here in town. And every year he'd go out and buy 2 new trucks, right? And them dadgum trucks wouldn't be 2 dadgum weeks old. They done beat it up, banged it up, done tore it up. And he said, gosh dang it, The next damn time I get a truck, I'm going to take a freaking ball peen hammer when it's brand new and I roll it in the dang yard, and I'm going to run around and I'm going to start putting at least 3 or 4 dents in it right off the get-go. Because by gosh, if anybody's going to dent it, it needs to be me. So, oh, that's funny. That is funny. Uh-oh, we lost Lee. He'll come back.
No,
So,
it's paint. It doesn't really matter to me how good it looks. If I buy, I have three like fairly new gateways in there. I buy gateways and Jambos. That's what I buy, and
Right.
Rec Tech color grills. But I buy those. I bought another one this past weekend. Man, it was in it was in great shape. I mean, I bought it like about a month, 3 weeks ago, and they left the lid open on it and knocked the paint on it this weekend. I hadn't even cooked it. I was going to bring it here for the high school kids, but might as well go ahead and blemish it off now. So I was like,
That's
let's
right.
kind of scrape the paint off and we'll touch it up. But yeah, it's paint's overrated. But at the same time, if you like it, then treat it good and keep it clean.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. I mean, I've seen yours, and we were filming another class here not too long ago, and your name came up. So, like, if you wonder if you can get one hot enough, ask Aaron Lesley. So,
yeah, it was funny. I think it was in Crosby. I don't know if you had your trailer there, but when we walked by, I saw that drum, and I don't think it was on your trailer. And I was like, I know that drum from a video. Like,
yeah,
I know who's here, you know?
Right. Yeah, you cannot miss Aaron's drum that he cooks his chicken on.
You can't. So,
it's green and it's burnt off rust on the bottom. So
it used to be a 1957 Chevy Teal Blue with the black under highlights.
Okay. And now the teal's done turned into green. So
yeah, it's just something else now.
Yeah. We keep losing Lee. James Cruz says, we keep talking about ribs. I'm trying to learn something.
James is funny. We actually cooked with James for Hawks for a Cause on his team, Fire and Spice. And he had John Willer there. He had Mark Lambert. I mean, just to be next to those guys while they do their thing I was in awe, basically watching them build a box,
Right.
And kind of their banner between each other,
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. Lee, welcome home. There we go. Let's see. Catfish is, what was it? We were talking about catfish. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, catfish drum is pretty special too. Yeah, Joshua Campbell's another one. He's got a drum.
The way he hauls his drum is really special.
Oh yeah, and did you see him rolling in last year in Marksville with everything strapped to the roof of a little bitty car? So
yes,
I mean literally, he had a little bitty small car and he had everything strapped to the roof. That's Josh. So now here's the difference though between Josh and Aaron Lesley. Aaron Lesley cooks his hot and everything's fine and he don't have no paint. Joshua Campbell, you want him to burn everything off of it to kill all the freaking salmonella that's in everything. So he has to have his where it's on fire, and at least that's the safest way you could go about eating it. If Josh, if he caught it on fire, it's good. That means
disinfect by flames. Huh?
He got it disinfected. That's for sure. So
that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen at a cook-off. I mean, I got a kick out of that.
Oh, it was fun.
I've had so many people offer to take my drum and clear coat it and try to keep it like it is, right? And I mean, it's got so much buildup on grease on the lids and just I don't think it would hold clear coat, to be honest with you. But that's I've had about 4 or 5 guys reach out and said, "Man, let me be the guy to clear coat that thing, keep it as natural as possible." I said, "I ain't burnt the paint off of it yet. It's still got a story to tell, and it still looks good. So
yeah,
let's just keep going. I know when it's hot, when the powder coat starts to flake off." That's my temperature gauge. I just put a temperature gauge in it this past weekend, though. I did do that. I've had the open hole this whole time. I've lost the dampener on the bottom, and so I finally put a gauge in there, and I have a magnet that goes over the hole to adjust the air intake. So
that's hilarious.
They asked me how hot was I cooking because my other gauge was broke. It just kept.
Yeah, it was spinning, just wrapped around. It was pegged at the bottom. So, Bud Brown says it's got characters. Hey, if anybody's got any question for Josh, Aaron, Lee said his internet's fried, so I don't know if we're gonna get Lee back. He's not his stuff's not doing. He got kicked off a couple of times, and he has been having some internet issues here lately. They're supposed to come out and be laying some new.
Pay your bill.
Yeah, I don't think that's the problem.
No.
I think they cut it, and the next thing you know, they're out there. He's building a new outdoor kitchen area, and he ended up cutting the lines. So
I put a quarter in it.
That's it. They were originally called Ugly Drum Smokers. Yeah. Well, Aaron wrote the book on Ugly Drum Smoker. If you want to see one, go check out that one. So anyway, but if anybody's got any questions for any of us, drop them in. That's what we're here for tonight. So see if we can answer a couple questions. Josh has been tooling around, man. So let me ask you a question. So this is a good one. You've cooked in, let's see, IBCA, CBA, BCA, FBA, 4 different organizations. Did you do a KCBS?
Yeah, so
you did,
we've
got KCBS.
5 IBCAs, and we actually won Region 99 or Out of State Cooker of the Year.
There you go.
1 Lone Star, which we won our first GC this year. Okay. So I love Lone Star.
Yeah.
6 CBAs. We walked in every one except the one in San Antonio, the 145 team Trader Village.
Yeah.
Great cook-off, great location. I mean, I love the location. When you talk about a parking lot burning meat, that's a parking lot.
Yeah.
1 FBA, 4 KCBS, 12 BCAs, and 1 backyard in Hammond that we won. GC on that too.
Yeah.
And then we have a belt buckle that we actually won. For anyone for Louisiana, those belt buckles are those are gold.
Yeah.
And we won one for a IBCA reserve.
Okay.
So I'm all about the belt buckles.
Oh yeah. So. The belt buckles are cool. I got some wrestling belts that are pretty nice.
Oh
too,
yeah.
Let me tell you, I got 2 of them wrestling belts. Them wrestling belts are pretty awesome. So so you've cooked quite a few organizations. Is there one particular one that you really like?
CBA.
You like CBA? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is nothing like hearing your song, number 1 protein. Hearing your song, I mean, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about that shit.
Yeah, he's been bit, Aaron, when you start getting goosies.
So. Our turn is no garnish. Bring what you want in the box.
Yeah.
They're scoring. I like their scoring. You get comments. You get a packet. There's really nothing to not like. I mean,
right. It's pretty nice.
It's more interesting, and it allows you to be creative.
Yeah.
It allows you to have a little bit of a chef's mentality of how to make this box better. You can go with the same old, right? But you can also do some little things that kind of tweak it. So it does allow a cook to get out of his normal comfort zone, and which I like about that. And I think that's the reason why we kind of went the way we did, and the whole board and CBA. And I think those guys with just enough scuttlebutt talking at camps and stuff like that, it was ability to allow someone to do what his best meat was. Because a half chicken may not be your best meat, a leg quarter might be.
Right. Right.
And that's where you kind of want to go for, is you want to cook your best meat and put it in the box.
Right. Are you still on the board with CBA, Aaron?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. And they're coming into they're fixing to be their 4th year, starting the 4th year, isn't it?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, starting the 4th year. Yeah, okay. All right, let's see. We
cooked at KCBS Danny Dietz, and I tell you what, that great calls and a great contest. Anyone who's on the fence about that, man, I say go, do that one.
Which one is that?
Danny Dietz.
Yeah. I've heard that one is fun.
Yeah, they support veterans. It's mainly, for raising money for veterans and stuff. And it's at a great campground. It's like a Jellystone.
Yeah.
Kind of like El Campo. I don't know if you've ever cooked out.
Oh yeah,
El Campo. It's kind of like that, but
it's nice.
Very well organized. They have cabins. You get cabins. For someone like me who's cooking out of a van, it is a nice change of pace. Get a cabin.
Yeah,
definitely.
Have something nice. All right,
you got Weatherford coming up, for CBA and at the Barnyard Cook-Off. That's $50,000 right there.
Yeah,
and so it's a good event.
It's on the other side. It's west of Dallas, probably 100 miles west of Dallas, something like that. 80 to 100 miles west of Dallas.
Hour and a half,
We're doing I don't know if it's pronounced Seguin.
Seguin,
yep. Yeah, we're doing that one in January, and
Oh, the
we're all
CBA,
registered. We're ready to go for that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. All right, have you finalized your list of cooks to blame for Biloxi not getting to 25?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
If those guys would have been there, maybe the turnout wouldn't have been the same. So
Right. Okay, Bud said it's
normally we would have made 25 cooks. It was just December, and people had some stuff going on. So
yeah, the December cooks sometimes when they get that late in the year, they are a little harder sometimes to fulfill. So
both of my GCs have not made the numbers, so it's a little disappointing.
Right.
You hate it, but you don't mind taking their money still.
That's right.
That's right.
Somebody's got to take it. What's going on, Mr. James? Glad to have you here. Good seeing you here a couple weeks ago, brother. You and Erica. It's awesome to see y'all in Denton, Texas, the Outlaw finale. Let's see. Briscoe. Briscoe. Okay.
Yeah, that was the one in Uvalde this past weekend.
Yeah, that was. And man, congratulations to another Josh Hale. Man, he tore him up there. So didn't he do good there last year? So I think I read in the comments that he.
I don't remember how Josh did last year. Somebody will chime in, but I can't quite remember how they did. But
right. I thought somebody said he killed it last year. Just can't remember. So let's see. It starts with James. Yeah, James should have been there. So let's see, Josh. What kind of free candy will you have for the kids?
I knew that was coming. I'm gonna have to paint that van.
That's funny.
Oh, is it white?
Yeah,
it's white. Yeah,
it's white.
That's right.
It doesn't help that we play the ice cream song when we get to a contest, but
yeah, that's hilarious.
Do you have a speaker on the top by the driver's side?
Yeah. It's directional.
One thing I like about CBA too is they do like a perfect score, like a 200, like a KCBS and a 180.
Right.
I don't know if Aaron remembers this, but in Crosby, somebody got a 200. And he got second place.
Wow. Did you have first?
Yeah, he had first.
Oh, wow.
So to me, that was all.
Don't think
moment for me.
Don't think Josh didn't rub it in or nothing.
Because I've taken his class, obviously.
Right.
And I'm walking past him. He's played his song. He's walking past, and my song's coming up. And that was just for me an all moment, because that's what you live for,
Yeah.
I look up to certain pit masters, especially ones that I've spent my money on to take their class.
Right.
And anytime that you could get lucky enough to tie them or even beat them, that's something.
Take it every day of the week, huh?
Yeah, it's something special.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
it. I love it when I'm walking and I get a walk and then I look up and 5 or 6 guys that had bought the class, a little bit of recipe, technique, whatever, and they sit there and just walking. Like this past weekend in Briscoe, the same way. People come to the trader, hey man, since I've taken your class, the techniques I was doing were nowhere close to what I should have been doing or what could help me out.
Right.
And I'm sitting there watching them. They're just walking ahead of me. I'm like, man, it's great to see that. I think we all that have a class on there, I think we all enjoy seeing that.
Yeah.
It's a little bittersweet when they walk and we don't, but at the same time, it's just the way the ball bounces. But
right.
I think to see that all the time, but we don't know who these guys are. I mean, we can go we can go down a spreadsheet and look at a list of names, but a name doesn't do it if we don't know them. They have to come up. They come up and say something to us. So that's where we get to be more personal.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
You get you a 777 for too long.
Yeah, that's the next thing. That's
I got one of those. I only got a chance to do one CBA this year, and I got reserve. I got a 777 club, so that was pretty cool. So
it's a good looking sticker. The 200 is a great looking sticker, and I have a wall on my trailer. It's all down the side. It's like all down there. When you open that door up, that door always stays open, and you see all the 200s and the 777s right there. Yeah. So it's a good showpiece, but. It's always nice to be able to it's like a 180s, to be able to stick them on the wall.
Right. Let's see. Are you coming to the CBA? I may end up putting it on my schedule.
There's 10,000 reasons why you should.
Yeah, it's big payout, that's for sure. So, how many teams do you think they'll have? 200?
I would probably estimate. I'd say it's going to be in the 150 to 175 range,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a number, but
Right. Yeah.
between 150 and 200.
Yep. Yep. So it's going to be good. Let's see who we got here. Colin, 5th place. All right. Okay, that's awesome. Man, that's Texas Oil Dust. There you go.
Aaron's Beard life goals.
Yeah, Aaron Beard. That's it. Equals life goals.
I just got her tightened up this afternoon.
Yeah, it looked nice and trimmed up. That's for sure.
Man.
So
I called my guy. My guy's got a big red beard, and so when I went in this barbershop, I've been going to this one place called Aces and Eights. It's got this whole vibe going, like skateboards, rock music, whiskey, all that kind of stuff. So a little different thing, but Mike owns it. Mike's got a red beard down about the middle of his stomach. So if he has a beard that long and it stays trimmed, then I'm probably in pretty good hands, right? So
yeah.
I've been going him about 2 years, year and a half now, and whenever I thought, oh crap, I got done making sausage about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I was like, let me see if this guy can squeeze me in real quick. I don't want to look like a werewolf on Mike's show,
There you go. I thought you was awfully kind of trimmed up and looking good there, Aaron.
Got her tightened up a little bit.
Got her going. Jack Cashman, Aaron, you still laughing at my drum ass? So
I'll tell you what, I haven't laughed so hard in a very long time that I couldn't catch my breath and my knees were just wobbling. I was going to the ground after Denton.
So what happened?
You left. Everybody left Sunday morning.
Right.
And me and Brian Parker and all those guys, we just went and ate breakfast. We just said, screw it. Let's just enjoy the morning.
Right.
And we get out about noon and Jack's leaving. And I'm sorry, Jack. If you don't want me to tell this story, you better put it in a no right now. But Jack has that new Class C motorhome. It's about 2 foot taller than his last one. And I don't know what he was thinking. I think he's done it before. But in the old camper, he left and went under the pavilion.
Oh, no.
Towards where Jim was cooking the chili at.
Yeah.
And just rolled this front AC. He's just killing it. This thing's brand new, right?
Brand new.
And I was just like, there's like about 6 of us audience-wise over this that we're just watching. We hear this noise. And then I look over and I'm like, I can't stop laughing because I'm trying to tell him when he comes out to do just whatever you do. Don't be mad. I'm laughing. Just laugh with me because that's the only way you can get over this right now. You just start laughing. It's all good, right? And so, anyways, he pulls that underneath it. He gets up there. He moves it. It's okay. It's bolted down. We're still good, but the cover's all cranched up. Kid backs up and then backs right over the trash can, the metal 55-gallon barrels, and up under his camper. And then I'm off, and that was it. I couldn't hold it no more. My knees were shaking. I couldn't catch my breath, and I'm starting to slowly go to the ground because I'm fixing to end up on the ground. I can't hold my breath. We're gonna next time we go around Jack, we're gonna put a bunch of stakes, and this is the no Cashman zone.
Right.
That way he can back straight up 100 foot, and there's nowhere behind him that he can just pull on out nice and easy.
That is hilarious. Gosh. And he does have a brand new motorhome. It was so nice looking.
It ain't no more.
Oh, my
Talk
gosh.
about Ken, making a scratch on it. He definitely he's already got some issues. He's got to take it to the shop anyway. So he's like, it's good. I'll make it home. I'll take it to the shop. Let them fix it. I'm like, man, just laugh, buddy. That's all you can do right now.
That's all you can do. Who's going to the shed next month? I tell you what, I've always wanted to go to that one.
We're going.
Oh, you're going to go to the shed?
That is a fun contest. This will be our 3rd year in a row.
Okay. So what do you cook there? Do you just do the ribs?
Normally we cook everything.
Okay.
Steak, ribs, turkey. Brandy will do the Bloody Mary. I think this year steak is tough. There's some great steak cookers out there.
Right.
I don't enjoy the process of picking the steak. It's a long process.
Right.
Especially if you have a double. So we're just going to do turkey and ribs, and we're that cook off to us is more love to party kind of.
Right. It's definitely
and visit
a party
with our
atmosphere.
Friends.
Right.
And Brad, and all them. So.
Yep. Saul said he's going to be there. That's good.
No brisket there, Saul. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Barnyard had 106 turn-in this year. That's at the Fort Worth cook-off.
That's the Weatherford cook-off.
The Weatherford. Yeah. The Weatherford cook-off.
Yeah, they had over 100 teams.
Had over 100 teams. Dang, that's good. Let's see, Mr. Logan. Is there going to be any new KCBS online classes coming this year? yes, we're working on releasing some new classes. We've got some incredibly good pit masters coming. I think y'all are going to be incredibly happy with who we're about to release for this coming year. We should have a new class dropping maybe within the next couple weeks, and then we've got a new cook coming in hopefully the first part of January. I'm not going to say names. I don't ever like putting names out there because I just think it's bad because I just don't do it. So anyway, so we've got two well decorated, incredibly good cooks that I think people are going to be incredibly happy, and we've got a third one that we're talking to as well. So if everything works out, we should have at least 3 classes new for next year, and perhaps a 4th one. So we're always working to bring you guys some of the best that there is in the business, and we're super excited about 2025. So so be on the lookout, be watching the post, make sure you're following us. If you are on here, more than likely you're already following us. If not, make sure you go over there and follow us on our Facebook page, because that's usually where we launch the classes at. So anyway, well, tell you what, Josh, man, congratulations for an outstanding year. For you to go and do what you did. Let's see, and James Cruz extended it out. You're welcome to come to welcome Saul to the Fire and Spice. Okay, welcome Saul. Saul's going to be helping James at the Fire and Spice this year. That's the Hogs for the Cause cook-off that they do every year. Looks like Saul's going to be helping, be joining him on that team this year. So really awesome. I'm sure we'll have Marcio and James back on like we did last year. Hogs for the Cause is an absolutely amazing event, and it's for an unbelievable charity for the children with pediatric brain cancer. We had, I think it was the CEO of the Hogs for the Cause on last year with James and Marcio, so it was absolutely awesome. Anyway,
even if you don't cook it, just to go
just
out
to go, yeah,
and take it all in, it's. I never heard of it before. We're pretty new to the barbecue scene. Right. Brandy has heard of it, but I didn't, and I was in awe of the competition.
Yeah, Hogs for the Cause is amazing.
Yeah, so. I mean, they had booths. I mean, there's food and music, and it's a great atmosphere just to visit and go check it out.
Yeah. James has told me, get your butt down here, man. And I think last year we had, I think it was Irving that was going on, Mark. Yes, I am coming to Irving to defend my title, see if I can get me another GC there. So, and they have moved it now to February the 13th, 14th weekend. They got it away from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. So it's the last couple of years it had been falling on that. So they have moved it. So yes, I'm gonna be there. Looking forward to rolling out this year. I've got to kind of figure out some new things, because I've got some folks that are taking classes took my class that are kind of beating up on me, and I'm like, Aaron, it feels great. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. Stinking Dadgum Steve Cumby has just been killing it and killed it again over there. He had a first place brisket in the bounty hunt. I think I had a 7th place brisket. He had a 5th place brisket. So that brisket recipe I've got it's right there. And naturally I tweaked it. I tried something a little that I haven't ever done, but I wanted to see if it was going to be an improvement, because I had to beat him, and I mean, he beat me. So, but I was happy for him. I mean, I really was. It was super awesome to see, but that brisket's been doing good. But I have got some new stuff that I'm going to be working on here probably in the next couple weeks. I've done really strong with chicken. I've been super strong with brisket all year long. Ribs have just been kind of middle of the road, 1st place, 2nd place, back to the middle of the road. Ribs are just kind of tricky, and I've had a lot of people saying that, but I'm going to put some homework in, and I've got some things I'm working on. Let's just put it that way. So we're going to see if we can roll out with maybe something that'll be good for ribs for 2025.
Ribs are probably the most. It's the hardest to find a consistent, rib.
Yeah, absolutely. And the newest invite from Mike Steele. Thank you, James. I'm going to try to get there, James, this year. I've got to find out. James, drop the date for Hogs for the Cause in it, so I can at least get it on my calendar and see if we can get down there for that. So, I think you're right, Josh. I think ribs have just, chicken was really, really inconsistent all over the place. I think probably for the last couple years, it seems like there's a lot of cooks that have now found some consistency in chicken. I found a lot of techniques that I cost myself I know at least 2 grand champions last year. I had a second brisket, second ribs at back-to-back. Didn't even have a final table on chicken. And it cost me a GC on both of them. So anyway, I took a lot of the year just trying new stuff last year. And at the end of the year, I said, look, I'm getting away from my grill. I'm going back to my drum. I brought all those new techniques that I had done into it, and man, it's crushed it. And that's another one that Steve Cumby was really, really struggling with, was the consistency in chicken. And man, he was like, you had that brisket and that chicken has just completely turned my game around. So I think it's trying to find that magic number of what it takes. James says, hey Mike, I know a guy. Yes you do, James, and you are a rib killer, that's for sure. So anyway, so I think it's always, you've got to keep getting out there. You got to keep trying things. You got to keep thinking outside the box. And anyway, let's see. Chant, my wife is kicking ass in ribs right now. I mean, that's good. I mean, if you've got something that's really working with good in ribs, it's one of the a little bit more inconsistent. James, are you finding, or Aaron, are you finding that as well? Ribs are just kind of.
Yeah, I've been all over the board. I mean, I'll be a first place rib this weekend. I'll be 107 out of 130 on the next weekend. It's just, I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's all about it's not the rib as being the meat of the rib or the actual flavor of the rib. Right. I think it's just it's the recipe where some towns don't like it as strong. Some towns want a little bit more flavor. Some towns want a little bit more of this, a little more sweet, a little more more saucy, less saucy. So it's very difficult to find that if you're not in that same area all the time. And you try to be your recipe stays consistent, right? It stays. I mean, you stay pretty well within 98% of everything that you do, whether it's a brushstroke or too much, too little. But you'll find that I'm finding out the last say 3 months that all of my meats have been very all over the place. Right. And it's just kind of started changing about 3-4 months ago. So it's just going to take a little time to reinvent it and kind of hit it out there. And just, I think the next cook-off I do, I'm going to dunk everything there is in a bucket of sauce and see what happens, Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it does seem like, do they want saucy? Do they want not saucy? Do they want a little heat? Do they want no heat? More sweet? It's kind of a little tricky. I mean, they're kind of fickle right now on ribs. So let's see, Bud. We need more West Style Steel versus Lesley matchups and commentary. I tell you what, I didn't really want to go do no trash talking when he come rolling in over here.
Oh,
it didn't. I was like, I'm not going to go.
That was
there.
Enjoyable.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. And I started to go over there when he pulled up Friday at about 5 o'clock, and I was like, ding, ding. Do you want to go round 2 here? So,
well, it would have been fun. It would have been fun. But that was a little bit more on the line that day. That was a roundup, and that was something a little bit different. So more focus, less trash talk. But I got a feeling here pretty quick. It's going to be a little text message going on. I'm going to say, hey, you ready for a boot in the rear kind of thing.
Ready for a reboot. Aaron's trying to reboot.
I'm going to park next to you on this next time. We're not going to have this opposite ends of the corner thing. I'm going to be right there. I'm going to be right in your ear.
That's good. So let's see. It's simple. Just make it taste good. Look, taste like good barbecue and nail texture and moisture. Yeah, you're right. That's what it's. That's it. If you can get those 3, you got it. So. Look,
come
taste,
to Texas
and texture.
And tell me that happens.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, guys, I really appreciate y'all being on. Josh, man, congratulations on an absolutely outstanding year, man, to roll
for
out.
Supporting too, by the way.
And thank you once again, Josh, for your support for Barbecue Champs and plugging us all the time and giving us shout outs and stuff like that. Next week, guys, we got Christmas Eve. Man, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it. I don't ever like pulling people away from holidays and stuff. So, we're probably going to end up having to take off. The bad thing is New Year's Eve, it's going to be the same. And, I hate to be away for 2 weeks. So, I don't know. We'll kind of play it by ear. What would you guys like? If y'all like a show next Tuesday night, or y'all want to just visit with family? I say we visit with family. So
we have a lot of caterings going on for Christmas and stuff like that. We got one Christmas Eve, so definitely I'd be and that's on a Monday, right?
It's next Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah,
Christmas Eve's next Tuesday. I think we're we're going to take off a couple weeks. And if that's the case, we'll see you guys next year. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a safe and a Happy New Year. If you're drinking that brown water, y'all be careful with that stuff. And
Uber.
And get you, Uber, get you a designated driver. And, man, don't take no chances. It's not worth it. And it's more to it than just, you hitting somebody or somebody hitting you, but it could wreck a life, man. And we want all of our people here. So we really do thank everybody for always being here, listening. We're trying to get some new stuff set up. We're getting our stars hooked up because I've had people, how come you guys ain't got stars where people can throw some money your way? So we're working on that. We're going to do some fun stuff with the stars too. So I've got some things that we're looking at adding that would be fun. So it's not just you get it to help us support and do what we do, but we're going to give back. So anyway, I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, safe and prosperous next year. We got some great things coming from Barbecue Champs. Aaron, brother, thank you for being here tonight once again. Josh, same for you. Outstanding year. And I hope everybody has a super time over the next week and a half. And as we always say, y'all go out there, have a lot of fun.